How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Hiveswap. We're working our way through the train car investigation extravaganza. I guess that's what it is. I want to check in with Marvis, and then I want to talk to the Teals. Sup, Joe? Are you hyped for this or what? Actually, I'm pretty nervous. I'm totally new to all this lacerator stuff. Wow, don't freak out, buddy. I don't see if you do something wrong, because everybody participating in this in the trial will be encouraged to commit less naughty acts just by witnessing the utilitarianism of the means of punishment. No matter the outcome, it's a moral victory, buddy. Holla, skirt, skirt, brup. Well, no wonder they picked you to be the judge. I hope I'll be able to convince you of whatever my case ends up being. I'm sure you'll put on a hell of a show. I didn't follow so much of what he said. It seemed not that important. I don't think we've heard from Tagora at all. I'm above the petty drama of hysterica. Anchovies. Anchorites. I have no idea what's going on. I only care about facts and reason. Hysterical. That was my giveaway that's his thing. Slashes are Al's gotcha. Well, that's helpful to me if you have no interest in taking part. I'm guessing you actually won't have much to say either, since we probably shouldn't be talking. Oh, right. I can't believe Tiziaz is making me do this. She's always getting into things with her crazy theories and her political thoughts. She isn't really making you do this, though, is she? She told you to stay out of it, actually. Yes, of course she told me to stay out of it. She always tells me to stay out of it, sweetie. I thought it had been like a half hour since I last did that. It'd give me a break or whatever. I gotta not. But I can't resist organizing the pathetic lives of trolls. It's so gosh darn addicting. That's a little bit more manageable. The world is filled with inefficient management and regulatory malpractices and useless aesthetic bullet journals with garish color combinations, and someone must do something about it. Even that. And who better to whip everyone into efficient machines of bureaucracy than Stelsa Auditor in training. Here's my card, darling. Ring me if you need my services. Wow, thanks. I doubt we could ever afford it. I don't think we'll ever need an auditor. Hand that card right back, then. I hate to waste neon pink cardstock. It takes me hours to bedazzle them. Oh, so you're not even a lawyer? Oh, what the fuck? I mean, you're not even a legislator? How are you going to prosecute effectively? I may not be interested in judicial law, but I'm certainly more equipped than the so-called defense to handle this case. She means us. Really, really hurts my feelings. Besides, I can't resist the large clown man with the explosive blowout. He might decide to redecorate if I decline this opportunity. Like redecorate with your innards? Is that what you mean? By redecorate, I mean he will repaint the car with a fresh coat of teal. Yeah, okay, it's exactly... I kind of forgot that your blood was anything other than red. But yeah, that was what I was saying as well. Like, paint the town teal. Would every blood color have their own spin on that phrase? When we, as humans, say paint the town red, usually it just means, like, light it up, you know? We're gonna party crazy hard. It usually doesn't mean mass murder, so potentially that phrase wouldn't be any different. Oh, well, I don't know. I still don't think anyone's forcing you to do this. Bish bosh, it's much too late now. I'm in it to win it, and I will crush the opposition under my impeccable troll, Louis Vuitton. It's Louis Vuitton. Is that the English, like the Earth version? I don't know, and it sounds slightly wrong. Louis Vuitton patent stiletto heels. It says she does have heels. Maybe we just aren't seeing the heel part. I'm liking the socks and flip-flops over there. That's the look. It's funny that they have their own version of that. I just have never seen it in writing. I've only heard it said, and even then I'm losing confidence in the actual Earth version. So the joke is, I get it, but not fully. I just wish I didn't have to play along with my dear ZZ's silly political fantasies. Tyzia's political fantasies of, having a real political system, innocent until proven guilty and all that. What do you mean by that? Oh, the same old my ZZ is a results-driven go-getter who thinks outside the box. It's an enviable skill set in certain legislator resource pools. She may give leadership a shake-up, but it's always for the betterment of the Empire, of course. Ha ha, wouldn't it be? I mean, her hard work is all for the sake of streamlining the process, but the way she tries to eliminate pain points tends to push the envelope. That's her that's her vocal quirk. It's a voice acting choice. What's up? Oh, yeah. Don't start the trial. I'm glad that wasn't the only option. For half a second, I was like, oh shit, I might have started this too soon. Yeah, bet she's having a meltdown. And you're laughing about it? Pfft, don't worry about her. Stells has got her top buttons done up so tight she's gonna choke. She needs to have her feathers mussed once in a while. Ooh, there are creatures on this planet with feathers, are there? Keeps our relationship interesting. No need to tell me twice. Tagora. Hello again. Nice evening, isn't it? Why are you in such a good mood when everyone else is freaking out? An innocent troll with nothing to hide sleeps the sleep of the just. I've got a cup of tea, an absolutely devastating haircut, and a front row seat for what promises to be especially juicy justice, free of charge. The only thing missing is snap kernels. You wouldn't happen to have any snap kernels, would you? I like some of the words that the trolls have are just extra descriptive, but I like the ones that are just flips on two things. Snap instead of pop, kernel instead of corn. Like I like those names for things the most. No? Pity. Anyway, the name's Tagora Gorjek, but you can call me Gorgor. So, can you prove you weren't involved in this crime? Cynicism and distrust, both of which I can respect. Of course I can prove it. I can prove anything, however far-fetched. Oh, do you mind proving this case for me then? That'd be extra convenient if you really want to prove anything. But you'll need to pay me my hourly billing rate, of course. Just sign here. You want to charge me to prove you're innocent? Oh, that's a good ploy. If I ever get arrested, that's the trick I'm pulling. It's hard work being innocent. You want me to do it for free? How do you expect me to make any money? Well, okay, but if you can't prove you're innocent, your name may come up in the trial. And people get convicted for stuff they didn't do all the time. But don't you watch crime shows and stuff? Do you have those? We have public callings every so often, if that's what you mean. Maybe you're right. Okay, I'll prove my innocence for you free of charge. I hope you're aware that I wouldn't extend this special offer to just anyone. I couldn't have done it. I was in the load gapper. Oh, but wait, the book was found in the load gapper. Indeed, but I promise you that the full hour I spent in there was devoted to nothing but the diligent evacuation of my Eternals. Ew, but how do we know you're telling the truth? That's an awfully long time to be using the bathroom, isn't it? What's it any business of yours how long I take in the gapper? To be honest, we members of the legislator profession are prone to load blockages and slow disgorgements. Too much information. The load gapper security video will show beyond a reasonable doubt that I was closeted with my bowels. And so nowhere near the scene of the outrage at the time it took place. Aha! Well, now we can go check on the security grub. Don't really want to spend an hour watching someone evacuate their bowels, but it's kind of the position we're in. I don't really know how you like review the footage. You don't just like shove that in your eyeball or brain or something, do you? I don't see a tape in there. What's a tape? Oh, right, your planet probably hasn't used tapes for hundreds of years. It's how we record videos. They're like a little black box with 2 spools of magnetic tape in them, and as it turns, it plays the video. Oh, that's amazing. We just use grubs. Grubs? Like insect grubs? Yeah, they're linked psychically to a CPU or something like that. And this is just like a naturally occurring thing on your planet? Well, in the old days, we used to farm them, but natural-born memory grubs can only store a terabyte of information maximum. Now they're cloned and grown in giant vats on some Imperial ship out in the galactic border. So they're just slave bugs? When you put it that way, it sounds really sad. Your planet has a lot of sad things, Xefros. I know, but that's why the Tetrarch is going to change everything. If you say so. Looks like we're going to need something sharp and thin to pry the grub out. If the actual resolution of this series, Hiveswap, and what is the other one supposed to be? Haunt Switch? Like, if it ends up being that they actually take down the full empire and restructure all of the society and everything, like, the fallout of that is going to be insane. It's going to be such a disaster. And I assume the game is not going to follow up on that. And I feel like the comic ended, but now it's Homestuck 2 or something. Like, if this game actually dramatically affects everything, is that going to play out in the comics in some way where people can see? I feel like that would really upset the things that people probably like about this world. So in some small way, these characters like almost have to fail in order to maintain the thing that I imagine people are interested in about this universe. But it would be really stupid to follow these characters for, I don't know, 20 hours to have them fail. I really don't have an answer to that. I'm kind of just like, myself, very uncertain. We need something to pry the grub out. Right, let's see what we can find. I'm way ahead of ya. Good old yoink. Wait, is this just footage of people using the bathroom? Creepy. Yeah, but nobody looks at grubs like this usually except for a security drone. Like the same robot things that blow up your hive? Yeah, there were a lot of different kinds. I don't know if I'm ever going to get used to this place. So, oh, you just yoink a chip out of it, huh? Well, I'm left with literally no idea of how I could possibly access that, you know? Look less guilty, maybe. Oh my god, the second I tried to question them, they looked more guilty than ever. Hey, I know what it looks like, but I had nothing to do with this. If I had been the one to steal part of the infamous Rainbow Emotion Saga, I promise I never would have returned it. Actually, could we strike that from the record? How do you know so much about the book? I have an interest in, salacious historical artifacts. I never thought I'd run into one here of all places. Usually even professional perspective editors could only hope to touch a book like that one on the ugly end of low blood rebellion. Perspective editor? Yes! Oh my goodness. It's a branch of abhoristical methodology where you help the government decide which historical documents are advantageous to the Empress and which should be locked up or purged. You really just have to let your eyes like glance the word and keep moving, because if you really like stop and read it, then it becomes so hard with all the threes jammed in there. Most people think it's boring work because you spend a lot of time reading old ledgers and requisition records, but you wouldn't believe the things you learn about the past from that stuff. Of course, there's the added benefit of being the only one who gets to see them at all. Wait, what? Are you saying that you study these historical documents and then you just lie about what's in them? Yes. Why else study history if not to control it? Ooh. If you put history into the hands of people, you'd end up with total anarchy. Just look at what's happened here. Ugh. Yeah, it's not great, is it? I don't know if I should be like accusing more people, doing more things. Oh, I still got to check this evidence. Marvis, do you know how the heck, if he wants this kind of footage, he can get it on the internet? Oh, gross. People just pooping away, huh? This is the one thing I'm most uncertain of how to handle. Oh, I thought maybe there'd be something outside the cart. Hey, nobody's gonna dash till we get this all sorted out. Can I just use it on my iPad? Or whatever we're gonna call it. Dang, that made sense for a second. I really do need to be able to review that footage. Is no one else is like working with a piece of like equipment that I can use? There's like I guess that's not a monitor. I don't know what that is. A window. It's nothing I can click on. You got any ideas? I was really hoping you could like help me out with that. Should we really be getting involved in this? Oh, we're way past this conversation. I think we're sort of trapped now if we don't do what the High Blood wants. Again, with assuming the worst of Marvis. I'm more worried about what if it turns out Daria did steal the book? What if we help her, but it turns out she'd been guilty the whole time? I don't see why it matters. You don't? I mean, that's sort of how trials work. It's not about whether you really did the crime or not. I think it matters more how good you are at talking. You can get on your side in the audience. What makes for the best theater? Maybe our planets aren't so different after all. Yeah, that's feels disturbingly true. On Earth, you can literally just like buy yourself out of any accusation, which is really fucked up. Oh, maybe I show this to him since that's where it's most relevant. Aha, hand that oozy sticky information repository walla over. Stop wriggling, you. Alright, plugging it in. Was it wriggling? It looked like we just had like a chip. Let's go straight to the time period where the outrage was committed. Otherwise, we'll have to watch a succession of unpalatable episodes, with maybe some unpalatable sounds as well. If you'll just sign here to waive your rights. Here we are. While I admittedly was in the load gapper around the time your culprit must have stashed this dastardly book, my preoccupations were of a purely fecal matter. Well, if we're going to watch you poop anyways, we might as well watch the hours leading up to that and see who just came in with the book. You know? Seems like good evidence. Alright. We begin with timestamp 1449. Voila! 48 minutes of what you might call Lotus Petritus Eruptus Immensis. Lots of putrid pooping or erupting. A lot. Enjoy! It's funny that they have Latin, actually. Oh, okay, I think that's enough. I believe you. Me too. No. You'd both get failing grades in evidence class with those attitudes. Don't you need to be thorough and verify I'm innocent of crime? Thanks, but... yeah, you seem like a pretty honest guy. We'll call it good. Don't worry about it. No worries. What was that massive tweak he just did? I do not know who I could possibly show this to. I have like a few pieces of evidence, but like I don't know what to do with any of it. Talking to the prosecutor feels like a mistake, but I don't know. Can I ask you another question? Hop to it, miss. We don't have all night. About you and Theseus. Hey, so what's the deal with you and Theseus? Sweetheart, you need to treat me to a luncheon. It's just rough. Involving a glass of fermented purple sphere liquid and a nice grub cheese plate before tossing these implications around willy-nilly. I'm sorry, I didn't mean anything by it. I guess it was a stupid question anyway.
Despite any hot goss you may have heard on the down low, I assure you that Theseus and I have nothing but the reddest feelings for one another. In fact, there's a hint of gray or black in the mix whatsoever.
Red is the mate sprite. Yes? Like regular romance red. That all makes sense. Black is like the hate rivalry one. And then the other ones that are very much more complicated. Huh?
I admit we certainly have our professional differences. She just drives me up the wall sometimes. She never schedules anything, she won't let me give her a makeover, and she definitely doesn't appreciate the benefits of a good networking event. But trust me, dear, I deeply enjoy her company. She really keeps me sane. I'm amazed by all the knowledge she got locked away in her think pan and how efficiently and pseudo-metaphorically slaughters her opponents at practice trials. And oh, she's so gorgeous. Those deep-set eye bags are like a natural eyeliner-highlighter combo. And wait, dude, all trolls really have massive eye bags. I don't know what's up with that. They just never sleep. And in the end, that's why I love her.
Wow. You two seem like great gal pals. Ha ha, bye. I guess I'm gonna do one more round of trying to talk to people, to be left alone. This blows. This is so fucking dumb. Yeah, I'm kind of anticipating no one else has anything else to say. I am the whip in Bronia's hand, and you'd best get back before I crack. There's also this part where, yeah, sounds great. Let's keep it moving, you know? Bronya, yes? You keep saying that you don't have any opinions on this, but it kind of really seems like you do? Okay, truth be told, something like this has happened before in my cloister. Really? When I was much younger, there was another Jade I knew. She was a lot like Daria. Even the best of us waver in our faith at times, but she truly hated her calling. She wanted nothing to do with tending to the mother grub. And it was all because of that stupid book. She was obsessed with the Rainbow Emotion Saga. It put a seed of blasphemous thoughts into her mind and consumed her. She would have done anything to change her life. She was even convinced she would become a rainbow drinker herself. But the drones took notice of her agitations eventually, and when they finally came for her, she threw herself violently against them, confident in her belief that nothing would stop her. But of course, it's just fiction. It's nonsense. She didn't rise again to walk the sparkling, sun-drenched fields. She simply died. Wow. I'd never seen anyone die before. Not up close. Bronya, I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's fine. As you can see, I've gotten over it, but that's why I'm so hard on Daria. If I can scare the rebellion out of her now, maybe she'll survive to her ordeals. Bronya, that's really all I have to say. I can respect it. The two plebeian ignoramuses have finally come to interrogate my vast intellect. Who are you again? Me? My blade has slain countless enemies. My name is whispered in fear amongst those whom live in the shadows. That's great. Wow, look at the time. We've really got to go. Bye-bye. Wait! Aren't you investigating that mysteriously stolen body light novel? I know about all sorts of illicit works. The banned text to cartoons censored by the East Alternian Black Bar Society. My dark knowledge knows no limits. Oh, jeez. In fact, a virile alpha male who fears no authority, such as myself, might even take an interest in collecting banned texts. Don't you want to ask me about banned texts? Please ask me about banned texts. I don't think I want to. At least ask me about the daring theft, the break-in, the excitement, the bold hiding place. I know all sorts of forbidden secrets. I don't want to talk to him anymore, but that was so suspicious. I'm behind you 100%. Can we ask you some questions? Of course you may, milady. What was that about banned texts? What exactly do you know? Just, stuff. But what kind of stuff? A lowblood could never understand. Oh, just fuck you so much. Go to hell. I hate you and your dumb hat and your dumb cup and your dumb. I don't want to talk to him anymore. We have one more question. Why didn't you say anything before? It was a danger to my extremely important person. A high blood such as myself must behave as the hunter in all arenas of life. For me to reveal such an intimate secret before it was advantageous to do so, 'tis a folly only a prey animal would make. Ugh, if you say so. Why was that's it? Oh my god, I hate that character. He is worse than Zebra. Zebra might have been a dick, but this guy is insufferable. I mean, I also made him as obnoxious as I vocally could. What's with the judgy look? I think we've about circled everything. I think that tape should be increasingly more helpful, but welcome back. Have you returned to see more of my Eruptus Immensus episode? No thanks, I'm satisfied. Then perhaps you'd be interested in some other information at reasonable rates. Just sign here. Not unless you can tell us who stole the book. Well, of course I can. What? How? Why didn't you tell us you knew all along? 1, you didn't ask me, and more importantly, 2, you didn't pay me. Well, tell us, please. That's number 1. Congratulations, you're 50% of the way to learning this important information. Oh, well, how much are you asking for? Since we're basically best friends by now, I'll offer you this low price. 1 billion credits. Oh my god, that's so much money. Wait, Xefros, is that a lot of money? Yeah. Actually, Alternia is an automated planet, and the Empire's economy is centrally planned, so money's mostly just for fun and doesn't matter. Unless you're an adult and you want to buy yourself out of a job on one of the bad colonies. But I'll never see that much money if I live to be 30 sweeps old. If you have to take a moment to access your untaxed off-planet accounts, that's fine. I understand the lag, and interstellar communications can be a real bane. I'm sorry, Gorgor, but we can't pay your fee. How unfortunate. Can we convince you to help us out of respect for justice and the knowledge that you'll be doing a good deed for an innocent person? Absolutely not. However, if you have something other than money that might make it worth my while. Like what? Have you perhaps anything that might dry eyes on the black market? Maybe those forbidden sheets, but I think that is important evidence. Wait, what's that? What? This, my magic spice mix? Its scent is positively alluring. What exotic bounty lay inside, I wonder? Give me a magical little tube of spice, and I give you a magical little tube of info. The spice. The spice. Let me actually try and think of this. Nervous Girl was found with the book in the Teal's bathroom, and Bronya had the missing pages in her locker. Do I have any other evidence whatsoever? I know Gorgor didn't do it, supposedly. Oh shit, I thought I had amassed more relevant information than that. I really think I need any help I can get. I think I better give him the spice. Okay, deal. I'm not sure what weird alien food I would have to put it on anyway. Wonderful. Pleasure doing business with you. Maybe don't acknowledge the alien part, Joey. You're so bad at blending in. Now, what about that info? Ah, right. Here you are. What is this? Tagora's internet history. What? You just had a printout of that ready to go? How? When? Oh, and the magazine. But it's not really relevant for anything. That's not important. What is important is Tagora has spent a not insubstantial amount of time on websites of questionable moral character. And far be it from me to criticize anyone's tastes, but several of these websites pertain to the precise contents of the Forbidden Jade book, causing us all so much stress. Wait, you know what Fresh Teeth is about? Of course I do. It's only against Jade law to read it, but I'm not the teal on trial here. Tagora frequents rainbow drinker sites on the regs. Is that a website? I can't even read it. It's got so many X's in it. Thanks for this, Gorgor. Yeah, thanks, Gorgor. Anytime you want to trade culinary oddities for compelling evidence, do keep me in mind. Tagiri is you? I've fully lost track. Tyrona, judgy look. Tagiri? Yes, the forbidden text person. The blade of justice is currently sheathed. God damn. I guess I could throw that in their face. He knows what he did. Nuts. That really is starting to feel like I have maxed all this out. Right, there was that one locked one that I could never actually get access to. I think I rummaged through every available piece of luggage. It seems early to start the trial, but I think that's kind of the point I'm at. I don't have other food to give, but I mean, I guess I could just kind of keep asking him for more things. I thought I would collect all the evidence and then start the trial in the next episode, but I think at this point I have to roll it over and just continue my investigating. So thank you guys all so much for watching. See you again soon. I have no concept if I'm like anywhere near being towards the end of all this. I think it's still weird that it doesn't seem like either of us are holding that broken action figure.